Russian quick reaction units closed in on the retreat route as the Vilka M crew finished their launch cycle.
At 22:30, the night hung taut over the outskirts of Pokrovsk, Ukraine. The Vilmacheka M crew stood by their launcher, movements ritual precise, every detail sharp, every breath counted. From the north, the Zoopark 1M counter-battery radar, reference price $1,200,000, flared at 38 kilometers, a hunter's signal. The objective: cripple the Hartek logistics hub with Vilmacheka M precision rockets, each missile $400,000. A decision was made amid electronic haze and shrinking seconds, and the night around Pokrovsk would never be the same. Will they withdraw before everything collapses? Electronic chatter spat across the tablet, faint blips. Then a hard call. Counter battery contact. The feed jittered as the crew fought to upload coordinates under heavy jamming. Satellites winked out and fingers flew over the hardened screen. Outside, the night ruptured. An enemy armored patrol collided with a mobile Ukrainian reconnaissance element in a burst of metal and radio static. The skirmish turned visceral at point-blank range. A vehicle-mounted machine gun, priced at $3,200, barked into the dark, while a light anti-tank guided missile, $60,000 apiece, sprayed sparks across a hedgerow. Smoke and tracers braided the air. Commanders shouted terse orders through the howl of engines. For the Vilmacheka crew, every second shaped a decision down to a razor. Complete the upload and fire 4 precision rockets, or break contact and fight for their lives in the mud. The recon team clawed for time, planting false signatures, throwing decoys and improvised jammers into the net to buy the launcher's scant breathing space. Tension tightened until it felt like a held-breath launch now and risk being bracketed, wait and risk losing the target entirely. Type 1 if you stand with Ukraine. 2 if you believe Russia will never back down. 3 if you just want peace to return. Daylight stripped away the night's cover. Recon aircraft and low-flying UAVs swept the area, their optics mapping every ridge and tree line in shimmering heat tones. On the ground, a squad of enemy saboteurs crept toward the command post, their silhouettes flickering through the haze before the first burst of fire shattered the silence. The security team countered instantly with assault rifles, each worth about $1,800, while a mobile electronic decoy unit, valued at $25,000, spewed interference into the spectrum, jamming enemy sensors. The air smelled of dust, cordite, and burning circuitry. Inside the Vilmacheka M launcher, the crew fought a different battle. The GPS link collapsed under jamming, forcing them into manual coordinate entry. Sweat pooled beneath their gloves as they keyed numbers from half-broken radio feeds, trusting human precision where satellites had failed. Outside, short-range gunfire echoed between vehicles and ridgelines as spotters relayed distance calls. Each input on the tablet, each command shouted over static, felt like a strike against time itself. The sun climbed higher, flattening shadows and burning away illusion. Data, gunfire, and determination fused into a single, relentless rhythm, the heartbeat of survival. The target finally revealed itself, a massive ammunition depot, glowing white-hot on thermal feeds, its perimeter crawling with heat signatures and metallic reflections. Data confirmed the coordinates. Just as the first BM-30 Smerch rockets, each worth $150,000, began to arc through the upper atmosphere toward them, the sky rumbled. The crew had seconds to finish their upload before the world turned into a storm. As the Vilmacheka launcher began to reposition, the convoy collided head-on with a Russian quick reaction team racing in from the southeast. The first APC, valued around $120,000, burst from behind a tree line and opened fire with its autocannon. Tracer lines cut the air in amber streaks while near-range mortars, $8,000 apiece, thumped from concealed positions, their impacts clawing up earth around the retreat path. The Ukrainian escort vehicles fanned out, returning fire in short, brutal bursts. Smoke grenades blossomed across the field as decoy transmitters emitted fake electronic pulses to draw attention away from the launch truck. A drone operator, crouched beside the command jeep, guided a micro UAV overhead to tag enemy muzzle flashes and relay their positions in real time. Every explosion felt closer than the last concussions pounding through the hull as the launcher's engine roared to life. Through chaos and fire, the mission still held. By enough time for 4 missiles to escape the grid. Survival wasn't victory, completing the launch was, and they were seconds away from both. They fed 4 Vilmachika M rockets in rapid succession, one after another, the loader's mechanism coughing them into position, while the tablet screen jittered under a wall of noise. Satellite locks winked out, GLONASS black by hostile emitters, and the crew flipped to manual entry, fingers punching coordinates with a surgeon's focus. Guidance switched to inertial navigation, INS, the fallback that keeps a missile true when the sky forgets its stars. The launch cycle compressed. 3-minute routine squeezed into 90 seconds, each keystroke costing precious seconds of withdrawal time. Engines warmed, securing latches clamored, and the commander barked a terse count. Behind the static, electronic decoys bloomed to hide signatures. Ahead, the road back waited, engines idling, ready to sprint. The clock wasn't just ticking, it was hunting them. 4 Vilmachika M rockets streaked across the sky at 1,100 meters per second, their exhaust trails carving silver scars through the haze. Russian air defense radars flared alive, the Tor M2, valued at $3,500,000, locked first, followed by the hybrid gun missile system Panzer S-1, priced around $2,200,000. Sirens wailed as both platforms unleashed counterfire, their interceptors clawing upward in intersecting spirals of smoke. The first Tor missile detonated close, showering the lead Vilmachika in shrapnel that peppered its fuselage. Sensors flickered but held. The guidance system recalibrated within milliseconds, correcting course with a precise lateral roll. The second and third Vilmachika missiles executed violent programmed maneuvers, diving left then right to break radar locks. Panzer cannons erupted, a sheet of tracers slicing through the morning light, but could not track the split trajectories. Explosions rippled in the sky as failed intercepts burst too early. One interceptor grazed a Vilmachika's tail, knocking its vector off by 3 degrees, yet the missile compensated, adjusting thrust in a desperate wobble toward the target. Then came the impact. The first warhead punched through the depot roof. A heartbeat later, a white-orange bloom tore upward, followed by a concussive roar that flattened everything within hundreds of meters. Secondary explosions cascaded like rolling thunderstacks of rockets, propellant drums, and crates of ammunition, igniting in chaotic sequence. The sky over Hartek turned molten, each detonation feeding the next. In the control cabin, silence hung not relief, but disbelief as a single column of fire climbed, marking the strike that had rewritten the battlefield. The chain of detonations obliterated thousands of tons of munitions, crippling the logistics hub and blunting enemy artillery for weeks. Supply lines splintered as stockpiles were dispersed, combat tempo collapsed. This was more than a strike. It was a systemic disruption, a tactical wound that reshaped the battlefield's next chapter. Smoke still lingered over Hartek as aid convoys rolled in white trucks bearing water tanks, tents, and medical crates. Nearby villages were evacuated, homes fractured, wells tainted, power lines downed. Relief efforts mounted quickly, costing an estimated $1,800,000. Tactical victory? Yes, but peace demanded a heavier price: accountability.